G'day, I'm Fred and welcome to my shed. On today's exciting and much easier to edit episode, we pick up a giant log using a pair of homemade flip down wheel dollies and a homemade collapsible A-frame. Come along for the ride. G'day, I'm Fred and welcome to my shed, or is it somebody else's backyard? Today we've got a heap of gear in the Land Cruiser, all my A-frame and dolly system. You can see the dollies underneath the boxes there and the number plate board to the right. I've put a loop around this log. I'm going to feed those bars through underneath, hopefully, and make this thing into a trailer chassis. Let's see how it goes. So the first thing we need to do is insert the crossbars underneath the log. These crossbars usually hold the wheels of the car, so you insert them either side of a rear tyre and then put the actual dollies on the end of the bars. Now I'm getting the bars lined up to where they need to be to match up with the dollies and unloading the back of the cruiser so I can get the rest of the parts out. Slipped a couple of straps on there so I can wrap them around the drawbar and give it a safe connection just in case everything else comes loose. I'm whipping the retainer plates off the ends of these things to let the wheels pivot upwards and out of the way so that the beams can get close to the ground to line up with the crossbars. There's a couple of Allen grade 12.9 zinc plated cap screws, one on the end that does the bulk of the work and another on the bottom that just secures things. Neither of these are under any real stress because the cantilever of the end wheels is over-centered, so it's pressing up against a welded structure. Now I'm sliding the actual dollies onto the crossbars. There's a series of holes in the end of the crossbars that the holes in the bottom of the dolly need to line up with. And now I'm inserting the bolts that retain the crossbars in position. These actually produce a clamping load from a piece of 50 by 50 by 5 that the crossbars slide onto the crossbars. They're not just a retaining pin. And actually on a vehicle with them not in there, don't ask me how I know, these things will just ratchet in towards the centre, hard up against the tyre, so it's pretty fail-safe. I forgot the bar. Yep, I forgot the bar, so I had to improvise by using a piece of galvanised pipe that I usually use as a power bar extension for my 3/8 set, and one of the 40 by 40 by 4 long beams that I use as part of the A-frame that you'll see put together in a few minutes. These type of dollies work just the same way as the commercial ones, except for about 20% the cost. You stick a handle into a special hole and pivot it over and it pops underneath and locks in place. You can watch some videos on YouTube of the commercial ones, but usually the manufacturers have their own channels. After popping the wheels down and the load up, it's time to install the retainer plates, which are an L-shaped section. You can see me winding them, screwing to the end and from underneath as well. They still need tightening on the crossbars, but those wheels are secured. If we pull it forward a bit more, I think the other end will drop down, this end will pop up, and then we can get the drawbar under it. So let's try that. Actually need to secure it with a couple of straps first, otherwise it's just going to slide all over the place. So I'm just tying the front cross beam to the log with a strap. As you can see, I tried to hook it to itself in a way that wasn't going to work at first, and then decided to double it up so that the same tension produces twice as much force. And just repositioning the Land Cruiser so it's a straight pull, so it rolls forward instead of twisting it around to the side further. However, it dug into the ground the way I had the strap put on, so I have to rotate that around so it's on the bottom and lifts it up. That explains the resistance. It was still attached. So now I'm just putting the vehicle end of the A-frame underneath with the hope of attaching it to the log somehow, and slipping those straps over it so that it can't come completely loose even if the strap comes loose. And again, because I forgot the correct bar for popping the wheels down on the load up, I have to use the A-frame bar to do that to the other two wheels before assembling the A-frame. And again, just securing those wheels with the retainer plates just off the front. So now I'm placing the long crossbars into the position they need to be in to become the A-frame, and I'll be sliding those into the front hitch part off camera slightly, and then attaching them to the rear crossmember part with a couple of bolts and a bit of fidgeting around because I didn't have the right bolts, so I had to sort of improvise. I ended up sliding the A-frame back so that the bulky crossmember part was behind the front crossbar, and pulling up with the straps on the green lifting strap, and that locked it into place pretty solidly, and also gave it a slight mechanical interference with the crossbar. As you can see, it took a fair bit of effort to lift the hitch up onto the tow bar, and obviously I didn't open the hitch before I tried to do that, and eventually pulled it off thinking I was pulling it into alignment, pulled it right off onto the ground and fell on my ass. Oops. And I still can't see, so I'm jumping up and down trying to push it down, not realizing that it's not fully open. Oops. Now just loading up all the tools, making sure I haven't left anything behind before I take the damn thing home. Job done.
All I need now is the number plate, which I'll do as soon as the camera stops rolling.
This thing's way too big to manhandle or even handle with a vehicle, and the access isn't good, so I have to cut it into slices about a foot long, 300mm long, before I can move each piece into a better location off the street. What I didn't say is that I switched bar and chain before this cut. The first cut was with my brother-in-law's bar and chain. This cut's with my bar and chain. My saw's away under warranty. It was better, but it still wasn't good, and I didn't have anything to sharpen it with. Oops. So getting it here was the easy part. Turns out the chainsaw's not pumping oil, and the chain on the chainsaw was dull. My one wasn't too much better. It was better, but not better. Well, at least I get to finish it with a sharp chain. And I used my grease gun to fill up the nose of the bar as well, and ran some along the edge with my finger, so shouldn't be too bad. 2 cuts to go. The end. Much better. Much better. Even lubing the bar by hand. The end. All done. Stashed until a drier day. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm tucked up warm and dry inside. There's a thunderstorm rolling outside and it's pissing down with rain. I had a great day today, a lot of fun, and hopefully you enjoyed it too. Check us out on the website or on any of the social medias such as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook or Telegram, and subscribe if you enjoyed and want to see more. Leave us a comment, let us know what you thought or any questions, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it, or 2 if you didn't. Cheers. Also, there's a Patreon, a Buy Me a Coffee, and Ko-Fi available, or PayPal if you prefer, and like to support the efforts that I do. Thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.